Well. I see you took my advice, but you'll still need to keep what was given to you, as the scenes of horror grow even more unimaginable. Prince and Freddy will continue to be your tour guides on this carousel of hell, only as long as you keep your nightlight close by to keep the black-eyed children at bay, the poltergeist calm, and the night crawlers hidden. Hit the lights and sit back as we welcome you to Nightlight, a horror movie podcast.
I'm Prince, also known as Ed Knight.
And I'm Freddy, also known as Nighty Night.
And this is Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. Ending off this month with an absolute bang, I feel like. A highly requested bang, if you will.
Yeah.
For those who are new here, at the end of the month, we reach out to our ghoulish knights and we have them pick the movie for us to cover that fits our theme of the month. And this theme of the month was Last Summer, also known as End of Innocence Month. And boy, does the innocence end in this movie, because where the fuck are these kids' parents? Like,
that's also true. Very much so. Yeah. I agree.
Where are these kids' parents? Like, they don't have any? There's just what the fuck? Like, we hear about them, and the only parent we see is one parent, and that's Sam's parent at the very end of the movie. Where were you in the other parts of this movie? You're not just worried about your daughter. You're just like, meh. Yeah. She's out. She said she's out at the movies. Like what?
Alrighty then.
Like, it was just innocence ended for sure. However, before we jump into that, we don't have any EVPs for this particular episode, but if you would like to also voice your opinion on the show, we would love to hear from you. You could do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a K. We would love to hear your thoughts on the movies that we are covering. Another little quick reminder there. You might even be thinking, well, how are we supposed to know what kind of movie you guys are going to cover? We let you know in advance. So on our Patreon, even if you don't have any bucks to toss, that is totally okay. You will get access to the watch list, and you'll be able to see what we're watching. And you'll also be able to see like little sneak peeks and all that fun stuff as well inside of there. So by all means, feel free to hop over to the Patreon. There's a lot of great stuff for literally everyone involved. Pretty fun. But this two films going head to head with one another, I knew it was going to be a knockout. It was the Clove Hitch Killer, which is a little bit of a deep cut, which I've never seen.
Heard of it.
I would love to see that one. I've seen it a few times, like pop up on like I think Shudder, a couple times, or Tubi maybe. But it's with Dylan McDormand and Charlie Plummer. Okay. So like two decently known actors. Yeah, there's that movie. It got fucking knocked out. It was just like, it didn't stand a chance. It was against Fear Street in 1994. A very popular, beloved, I guess we could call it a series, right?
Yeah.
Trilogy, if you will.
An event. I feel like. Yeah, it felt like an event when it first came out. Yeah.
It truly was. It truly was an event. This is when Twitter was like at fucking peak. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody was like conversing, and this felt just like Freddie said, an event. And I feel like we don't have that commemorative stuff type of things as often.
It's been a while. It's been a very long time.
I think Obsession, we can probably consider Obsession one, where it really hit the zeitgeist of like everybody is talking about it.
A very unplanned event of serial.
Right, exactly, yeah. But Fear Street 1994 really sparked something. First of all, everybody was super stoked that the YA version of Goosebumps was being made into a series. A lot of people were excited about that. And when they did it, I think they did a well job. Job. There's a lot of things that I do have gripes with this movie after seeing it for a second time, though. But that's me nitpicking a little bit, and that's just me how I feel about slashers. So, not the biggest fan of slashers, shocker. But it's just not my main cup of tea, but it's a tea nonetheless. So, first and foremost, Freddie, thoughts.
It is totally my cup of tea. I really enjoyed this movie. I think I enjoyed it a lot more when it first came out. I think rewatching it now, I do feel it has some issues with pacing. Some performances don't land as well as I thought it did back then. But again, I love the friend group. I love all of the different elements that they have to kind of go through in their journey as pretty much kind of going through all of the horror classics, right? This is a great love letter to horror films in general. We get the great cold opening, we get a great kill, we get this amazing different types of sequences from different types of threats as well, which I think that's what makes this movie enjoyable and kind of keeps it going. There's always some type of new elements that they have to like overcome. And I think the movie does a really good job of feeling that nostalgia from the 90s as well. It's really cool to feel like that type of like, cool, a gang of kids trying to survive together. There's a bunch of lore, which you know me, I love movies that have a lot of lore into it. With the whole concept of, was it Seraphir? The witch's name?
Seraphir.
Yeah, so I love everything that they did with that, kind of setting it up for the next two movies that were going to be released as well. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they released this weekly, so it was like every Friday they dropped a new part.
I think like so. That. Yeah, I think it was every Friday like or every other Friday. But like yeah, it was something like that.
But I remember there was a huge hype.
It was episodic for sure, which helped a lot for this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously, if you look at my background, I love Goosebumps. I've watched the TV series a lot. I wasn't as...
Do you remember that? Sorry to cut you off, but do you remember the video of that? It hasn't been a kid who like acts like she's like playing it on the keyboard or whatever. I have to listen to it every. Oh my god. It may, if you could find that for the folks who are watching the show, please, by all means. Oh, by the way, if you did not know that you can watch us, There's two locations that you can watch the show. You can watch us either on YouTube, which you could just search Nightlight, a horror movie podcast, and we should pop up. Or you can go ahead and watch us over on Spotify. So there's two locations where you can watch us right now. We're working really hard to actually be on a third location and possibly a fourth location. Third location being Apple Podcasts and the fourth location being Tubi. We're working on a lot of stuff right now to hopefully get the visuals out there. So by all means, if you want to go ahead and support the show by watching us, please go ahead and do so. Sorry to cut you off there, Freddie. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. But yeah, I think the story itself, it's not like groundbreaking. It's a lot of familiar stuff, but it's supposed to be the familiar stuff. It's the tropes that we love about the horror genre itself. It is the love letter as the horror fan. You can tell this movie was made by a horror fan, giving like little horror elements every now and then. Some brutal, crazy moments in this as well that I kind of completely forgot about, but kind of like, I remember this really iconic kill that we get towards the end of the movie. I won't spoil that yet. We'll talk about it, but I'm just like, wow, you guys went that far with it. Especially with a character that you think is going to like make it to the end too, which I kind of like that aspect too. Like towards the end of the movie, they're like, don't get too attached to all these characters because we're going to do some stuff, which I felt like was like, cool. No one's really safe. And I do like how the movie ended too, where it's like, it does feel like a good enough cliffhanger, but the end of one story to begin another story. So it was a really good, nice transition to what's coming up next. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie.
I'm with you, man. I enjoy this movie overall as well. I do have gripes with it, especially after watching this for the second time. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there where, yeah, I didn't feel as much of that nostalgia feeling or that community feeling as I did when I first watched it with pretty much everyone, which is hilarious because this came out during the pandemic. So everybody was at home. Everybody was able to talk about this. Everybody was able to kind of like converse about this online and share shit and share theories and fucking make those dance videos to like those cam fan videos to like the villains and shit. Weird time, but people did it nonetheless. But it's just, you know, where that all kind of happened. I want to ask you, what is your favorite one in this trilogy? Is it 1994? Is it 1978? Or is it 1666?
I think 1666 is my last in the trilogy, to be honest. My least favorite.
Okay. I feel like it's 1978.
I don't know. Because I never grew up watching Friday the 13th movies, and I feel like if I did, I would have really enjoyed that one more. But I kind of grew up on the early 90s slashers more.
This felt more like Scream for 1994.
Which, me going into the horror genre, I mean, obviously, The Conjuring was like the first movie that really solidified my love for the horror genre and be like, cool, horror films can be shot beautifully, well crafted. And me, I just love movies in general. I just learned my love a lot later than most people. But I did grow up watching all of the Scream movies. I think that was my first introductory to a lot of the main slashers that we get today. So I think I can relate more to 97. I think 78 is well crafted enough where I think it's a better movie, but I can relate more to this movie a lot more. Because I do think 78 is a better made movie.
They had more well-known actors in it because you had Sadie Sink
killing it lately, yeah.
Oh, absolutely destroying the world right now. And then you also had the person who played her sister, who's in One Piece, Emily Rudd. It's also like higher rating as well. Rotten Tomatoes, 1970, I think, has an 88% versus this one has a 84%. 1666 has the best score, 89%. I'm glad because that's actually my favorite. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, I love 1666, and I think the reason why I like 1666, I like it until we go back to 1994. But the reason why I like 1666 is because I love what they did with the folk horror aspect behind it. That shit was so fucking cool to me, and it got really brutal with the church scene and the guy plucking out the kid's eyes and shit. Like,
yeah.
That shit was nuts.
It's definitely the darkest out of all three. Yeah,
it really is. Yeah, it definitely is. And then we do that time cut to where they jump back to 1994 and they finish out the story or whatever. But yeah. Anyway. Besides all that shit, still really, really interesting stuff. I'm right there with you. Like, I like this movie. Do I think I will watch this again? Not by itself. If I were to watch this again, I would want to watch them all. I don't think I would just want to watch just one.
This made me want to watch the other two.
Me too.
I might. I
might do that this weekend. I might not, but I might do that this weekend. It made me want to watch the others as well because I'm just like, this movie very much feels incomplete. And I think that works for the benefit of how Lee Janiak wanted to tell this story. Right. So I think that's really, really cool. But let's go and jump into this. Fear Street, 1994, directed by Lee Janiak. I think that's how you pronounce her name, but could be wrong. She's also like, what are you doing, girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing anything right now? Like, I would love for her to come back and make some more stuff. I hate that people just consider her the ex-wife of the guy who made Stranger Things. Like, that kind of sucks. Where I'm just like, that's what I've been seeing.
Person. Killing it.
100%. Like,
love another movie.
When Stranger Things went in the shitter, a lot of people kept bringing up like, oh, the rumor about how she would help him ghostwrite and all this whole other stuff and like check his scripts and all this stuff. But they would always say his wife, his ex-wife and stuff. They would never call her by the name. So I had to put in the comments, and mine happened to be one of these like top comments on whatever this video was, where I was just like, well, her name's Lee Janiak, and she wasn't just the wife of Ryan Duffer or whatever the fuck his name is. She literally made Fear Street, the Fear Street trilogy, which is awesome. So like she's way 100%. More than what you guys are giving her credit for. Do I think she could have probably helped him out with scripts? Sure. Like if you're married with that person and you're like, hey, can you take a quick look at this? But do I think she had had passes with it? I don't think so. I don't think she really had anything to do with Stranger Things besides, hey, can we use Maya Hawke for
the opening sequence.
For the open sequence of Fear Street, and
it
sure,
off. I was like, "Is that her?" I'm like,
it's her.
"It is her."
Is that anxiety? Yeah.
I can notice when anxiety is around. Yeah,
true that. Release July 2nd, 2021. Great time to come out. Summer online blockbuster. Runtime of 1 hour and 47 minutes with no budget, no box office found. Unfortunately, this movie did not get released into theaters with a rating of 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, as we both concluded that Fear Street 1994 had the lowest score out of all of them. Well, correction. Prom Queen has the lowest score, but we don't consider that the same.
Yeah, not part of this original trilogy.
We open to Heather selling a horror book called The Wrong Number to a customer who doesn't give a shit about the book that she's picking up for her stepdaughter. I don't know who this lady was supposed to be, but she looked familiar. I don't know.
She looked a little familiar, but I love the aspect. It's like, this is the type of movie you're getting, and she's like, yeah, I don't care. This is for my daughter. It's not really for me. It's like, cool. This is for the young adults, not really for anybody else. I get it. Yeah. So like a little tongue in cheek of just like, this is the type of movie. It's not for everyone, but it's going to be for whoever wants to see it. I'm like, cool, right on. Exactly. I love the nice aspect of that.
Oh. After flipping her off, the Shady Side Mall closes. She's wrapping up for the night, straight up slapping some 9-inch nails when the telephone rings. And when she's wrapping up as well, there's like all of the books, that like the Fear Street books or whatever.
Right.
Those cool books, they say Robert Lawrence, which R.L. Stein. Mm-hmm. There you go. For those who didn't know, yes, that is R.L.'s real name there. Robert Lawrence. Robert Lawrence Stein. That is him. Shout out to the GOAT. I did not know that. Well, there you go. Now you know. Robert Lawrence Stein. That is him. Now you know. Reader beware. You're in for a scare. He does kind of talk like that too, which is also really funny. Her friend Ryan calls her from another store wondering about her working late. You know who this guy is? Ryan?
He looks so familiar too, but I didn't look him up. Where's he from?
It's What's Inside. He's the guy who makes the machine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny.
She jokes with him, but the line goes dead. She calls out to him as she goes over to check on his store. Startled by him scaring her with a sex doll, she asks for a ride home, nervous to walk home alone. He accepts, needing 15 minutes to close up. On his way back to the shop, someone whispers his name, trying to clarify if it was Heather. One thing I didn't point out here when I was writing my notes, but there's also a fly that flies onto his neck as well. Yeah. Really cool touch there, and I like that that's like an abbreviation of they're about to be possessed. I really, really like that. Mm-hmm. Back at her store, Heather isn't able to close the gate all the way. Damn. Not making much of it, she finishes up her closing duties uneasy. She hears a couple of books fall, thinking that it's Ryan messing with her again. Her soda is on the ground, mixed with blood. Someone in a skeleton mask, who is going to be called Skull Mask from here on out, that's his name, tries stabbing her, but she's saved by the book. She crawls out from underneath the gate, managing to force him off of her. Heather runs to Ryan's store, but can't find him, so she calls the cops. Spotting the masked figure chasing after her, she drops the phone, trying to sneak past him. That's the thing I really like about movies that have the time difference of like it being in the 90s or the 80s or whatever. No cell phones. So like it's a very easy way to remove that section of belief here and like, well, like, whoa, my God, call the cops. Where it's like you literally need to run to a landline to call the cops.
A landline that like works as well.
Exactly.
It gives it a lot more isolation, which I have to say, this
truly
whole
does.
Entire opening is well executed. The tension building, the book falling, her
super
holding
fun.
the book and getting stabbed in the stomach, but the book is there to like stop the knife. Clever elements that we've seen in other horror films. Specifically, I would say like this is a big homage to Scream. This 100%. Feels like a Scream opening.
I thought she was going to be in Scream because I remember after this, a lot of people had theories of her possibly being a part of Scream, and this was her like coming into that fold.
Right.
Everybody was wrong, but it would have been cool
it's
nonetheless.
Tape right here for Scream.
Exactly. Yeah. It just would have been cool. And you know the thing about Maya Hawke, I feel like she's almost being typecasted. This particular role, and I want to say maybe season 3 of Stranger Things, she is an entirely different person that she plays in those shows, obviously, but she has this demeanor. This is gonna sound weird to say, but like she just feels normal, like a normal person. But like in Stranger Things, after season 3, she's like this bode of anxiety who just always is like speaking super fast and is just like, did I just say that? And it was like, it almost feels like millennial humor, which is but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it almost feels like that, where it's like kind of cringy, and I hate that she's constantly being casted in roles like that, because I'm like, your
Right. She's a
fucking
great
parents
actress.
are.
She
She's a
knows
great actress. Your parents are fucking
how to
Ethan
act,
Hawke and
for
Maya,
sure.
or
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, and like you have strong acting capabilities, especially with your parents as well. So like, you're not just a nepo baby, you're like the nepo baby. So like, you're like a
epitome of
nepo
nepo
baby
babies.
final boss.
If it was even weirder, it's like if their parents were also actors, like you're like the combination of nepo babies.
I know, yeah. It was just a huge culmination of nepo babies, but it's just like, I would hate to see her typecast or
And that's the thing
typecast.
too. And I always like, yeah, people kind of like sometimes talk negatively about nepo babies, and for some right reasons as well.
Well, some
I
of
feel
them
like
suck for sure.
yeah, exactly. But there are people who do perform really well, and I'm just like, cool.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you are
There's
not
ones
your
that still
parents'
work
kid.
really hard.
You are your own person. I forgot the person who is in the movie with Sophie Thatcher.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid. He's another actor who is obviously a nepo baby. Where I'm just like, yeah, no, they hold their own. Maya Hawke definitely has great performances within her, and I've seen it where I feel like you said, I want to see her in different roles that kind of showcase those things.
Yeah, I want
Showcase
her to
skills.
spread out of that. Like you said, like
Right.
Jack Quaid, like he's had opportunities to do so much. Like he
So many different
had an
projects.
opportunity to do action. He had an opportunity to do horror. Has an opportunity to even do
Comedies.
voice acting,
TV
comedies,
shows,
like
superhero stuff, all of it, all the
like
things.
he's even had one of the biggest dramas of all time, Oppenheimer. Like
Yeah.
he's had an opportunity to do so many different things. I don't think that is because of nepotism. I think a little part is of that, but like I don't think that's fully because of nepotism. I think a lot of it is the fact that he has the range to do these
Right.
things.
He's created
So,
his own path for sure.
yeah, it's even like Patrick Schwarzenegger, right? Like he was in White Lotus,
Sure.
and Daniel Isn't Real. He's having an opportunity to kind of do his own thing too. I don't
Yeah.
think he's nearly as good of an actor as Jack is. I don't think.
Ray Nicholson,
but you
another
know,
great
yeah,
actor.
I'm just curious, man. I'm just curious to see like where all that shit's gonna,
Oh.
where these nepo babies gonna end up. You know what I'm saying?
But I have to say too, Skull Mask, great mask, great design.
mask.
I think it
Especially
looks
when
great.
they take
Looks
the hood off.
creepy. Yeah,
Looks like Ghost Rider coming to kill you. It's awesome.
yeah.
The man grabs her, slicing her stomach, but she breaks free from his clutches, forced to hide as he searches for her, stabbing the sex doll behind the beads. She hits him in the head with the lava lamp, making a run for it. Finding someone also dead inside the food court, the man chases after her, stabbing her in the back, dragging her toward him. It would have been insane if Lee made it to where he was stabbed her in the back and he was dragging her with the knife. That would have been fucking brutal and so nuts. That doesn't happen, but like that would have been insane if it did.
The rating for this movie is R, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it had to be because especially that,
Oh yeah.
like, later on, that was like that
oh,
kill
yeah,
can't be a
grocery store
PG-13
scene
movie.
alone.
I do feel
100%.
like this movie plays
holds
it very
back a little bit.
safe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then it has moments where just like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
It looks like
1978 doesn't hold back, I feel like.
Right.
I mean, because there's a
I
full-blown
agree.
fucking massacre in 1978. So I think they definitely crank it up a notch with the gore and stuff like that in the later installments. But it's funny to call it later installments because they're literally released like weeks later. but hey. She rips his mask off, revealing that it is Ryan. She pleads and cries as he's about to take another blow, but he's shot in the head, leaving them both there lying dead. Title sequence with news reports about those who were killed with newspaper clippings and occult images. Cut to Dina trying to write a letter to Sam to share just how much she hates her. Her alarm goes off, forcing her to get ready for school. Frustrated, she cleans up after her dad as the news plays about the deaths inside the mall. Once again, I don't even believe her dad's real. I think she goes out there and puts beer bottles out there just to make it seem like she has a dad.
all the parents are gone.
All the parents are gone in this town. Like they do
Yeah.
not exist. It's
All the adults
concerning.
in this like whole entire town are pretty much gone, except for like maybe the
Yes.
hospital and the police station. Cool.
It's like,
Which
where
has like
is
a
everybody?
like a staffing of like 3 people too, by the way. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
it's
And
like
on
you
top of
only
that,
get
like,
2 cops, and then you get like 2 people in the hospital, and like pretty much that's it, and like maybe 1 teacher. That's like, all right. And a bus driver that they don't even show the face of. Well, I'm just like, where are the adults?
That's true.
That's a fucking kid that's driving the bus.
yeah,
Because would
I
he
mean,
let that all
it
happen?
might as well been with the fucking incompetence of this driver. Like what the fuck?
Oh, for sure.
Anyway,
Doesn't give a
we'll
fuck of
talk
what's
about
happening.
that.
Yeah,
We'll definitely talk about that. She calls out for her brother Josh, who's chatting on AOL underneath the sheet. They're talking about the killing, and he's chatting with someone named like Queen of the Air and Darkness or some shit like that.
As one does on AOL. Yeah.
As one does on AOL. That's true. That's true. I think he's called Sir Silence. They're talking about the killing, bringing up other events: the Milkman in 1953, Ruby Lane in 1965, the Camp Nightwing Massacre in 1978. He believes that Sarah Furr, a proclaimed witch, has come back to possess those who live in Shadyside. Dina rips off his sheet, snatching her Walkman, and reminds him about how expensive AOL is. This moment here was just a little too corny for me. I'm just like, remember the 90s?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
look at
it's
this.
just like,
Look
remember
at
the
this.
90s?
Look at this. Look at this.
Remember
Call
when
back,
you
call
had
back,
to
call
pay
back, call back.
for an email address? It was like, it just felt a little too fan servicey, where like some of these people who are even in the show aren't from the 90s. Because like there's some who, like, for example, the person who played Kate, to me, she very much has like iPhone face. Like I can't picture her being
sure. Yeah.
Okay, the best way I can explain it is like a person who is made to make videos on an iPhone, like an influencer or a TikTok star or something like that. Not someone who looks like they are from the grunginess of the 90s. Like she didn't really fit 90s to me. Another perfect example of this is in Backrooms. You had the 2 in Backrooms, the employees. Both of them look like they were not from the 90s to me. They like the chiseled jawline and stuff like that. Like all of that feels very modern and now. Like that's the look now. It felt like people in a costume to me, but they argue a moment about him having friends or not because of the internet until he shows her that he's in a group that's seeking out the truth, sharing last night's events. From his evidence board, he knows that the media is leaving out the details about Sarah Furr, yanking her illustrated hanging off the wall. Dina demands that he get into the car so they can go to school. They part ways once they make it to school. Josh stops in the hall when he spots Kate reciting the Contra code as she passes him by. You know the Contra code, right?
Mm-hmm. Up, down, up, down, left, right, A, B.
Start.
Yeah. Start.
Yeah. He's pushed out of the way, and meanwhile, Dina is walking the halls, forced into jealousy behind the surroundings of PDA. I don't like PDA at all, so I'm just like,
that's fair.
People kissing in public to me is just so gross. I'm just like, ugh. Get a room, God damn it. It makes me feel old. It makes me feel so old. But I was always uncomfortable with PDA. Even in high school, like when I would see people like making out in high school, I would be like, one of you guys are going to get mad.
I feel like time and place kind of matters. Like if you're at a homecoming game, it's a football game, sure. If you're at a party, sure. In the hallway of a school, I never really understood that. It's like,
yeah, waiting in between classes.
Oh, like me going to class really gets me going where I just want to make out with you. And it doesn't. It's like, I'll see you after class.
Yeah. I was a horny teenager, but I don't know if I don't think I was ever that horny where I was just like, oh yeah, I need to make out every single fucking level? Chance I get.
Like, what's the gauge of horniness for kids? I don't know. For teenagers, I like...
I mean, hormones are off the charts, so probably pretty high. I guess it depends on the kid, though. She bangs on her locker that's blocked by 2 people making out, startled by someone carving RIP into Heather's memorial locker. Kate comes up behind her, mocking the return of Sarah. I felt like people weren't sad enough for like the death of this. Like, she went to their school, and people just were not sad enough to me.
Right. Or even just kind of bummed out. It's like, oh, we're gonna have to do a whole vigil at the football game. Like people were just like, damn, like it's more of an inconvenience than anything else. And then for some people, they're like, oh my God, Sarah Fier's back. Whoa.
Right, exactly. They're making jokes of it. They're making fun of it.
It felt like Hocus Pocus when they're talking about the Sinister Sisters, like in the schools. Like everyone's into Halloween, everyone's into the lore, everyone's like, oh, it must be her, and another one bites the dust. Like it's so common for them that this was like, it's just another day at school. And I was like, damn, this is sunny side.
Shady side.
There we go. That's the opposite.
shady.
Yes. No wonder they're like this. Shady side is kind of a very dark place.
Very dark place.
Yeah.
This was that was another thing that I also kind of was just like, is this supposed to be a dangerous place? Like, it's
Right.
just
It made it feel like Derry, where it's like just shit
yeah,
happens.
exactly. Yeah, it's just like bad shit happens here all the time.
Kids go missing, and that's part of just part of
These
the
are like ordinary
shady
ass
side.
kids to me. This town looks like very ordinary. It's just even the Sunnyvale or whatever side it was. I was just
That's
like,
right.
that even looks pretty ordinary to me too. Like, it's just they look the same. They look the same.
They do have a really good transition where the bus
The
kind of
houses.
drives by and all the houses and foreclosures of stores, and then it goes straight to fucking mansions everywhere in the other town. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. I visually see what you're trying to tell me. I get it. Yeah,
But it's easily forgotten.
Grass is
because-
greener on the other side, is what they're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah. It's easily forgotten to me though, because it's just like they seem to spend time in both areas still.
Right.
Because like
when they go back home, I was like, that's actually a pretty nice house too.
that's a nice house.
Damn,
Like,
yeah,
what do
I
you
know.
mean? Like, it's just like that's what I'm
Y'all
saying.
trying to escape this place, and it look like you're doing pretty good.
And also this is supposed to be in Ohio. And also they have like metal detectors in the school, but all the kids were just like walking past it, and I was whatever. They go to the bathroom. A cautionary poem spray painted on the stall doors. It reads, "She reaches from beyond the grave to make good men her wicked slaves. She'll take your blood, she'll take your head, she'll follow you until you're dead." Kate mocks the poem, and their friend Simon startles Dina as he continues it from coming out of the stall. What are you doing in there? She calls them both dicks for making fun of the situation, belting out a speech about how the town made this dude crazy, not a witch. Kate wonders if she's okay. Are you guys okay? Like,
Right.
what the fuck do you mean? I feel like she's having the correct reaction to this here.
Right.
Are you guys okay? Does this happen often? You guys just... I thought the last one was in 1978. Like, what? Like, okay. While Simon grabs a box from the vents, Dina tries to hand over something to Kate for Sam, but she declines, not wanting to get involved. She explains not going to homecoming since she quit band, and Kate opens the box filled with drugs and a sweatshirt. Cut to the coach telling the cheer band and football team that Sunnyvale is hosting a mandatory candlelit vigil. They all groan before getting on the bus to head to Sunnyvale. Dina walks on the bus, ignoring everyone else by listening to Creep by Radiohead. Creep. At the vigil, the Sunnyvale mayor, Will Good, expresses condolences while Dina is seeking out Sam with the crowd of Sunnyvale cheerleaders. Kate knows that they don't give a shit. Finally, she spots Sam hugged up with her new boyfriend. More than hugged up. Like, bro was like...
Groping the hell out of her and everything.
grabbing ass cheeks
Crazy.
and everything. Like, I was just like, bro...
And the
What
knife
the
to her heart.
fuck?
I felt it.
Oh,
When
my
she
God.
looked and it was just like so broken, I was like, damn, that sucks.
Have you ever had a moment like this? Have you ever had a moment where you've had like sheer heartbreak of like someone you liked or someone you used to date and you saw them move on? All right. An open wound. His heart starts bleeding.
All right, scheduling my next therapist appointment for tomorrow. Perfect. All set.
Okay. Well, we'll take that as a yes. I don't think I've ever really had something quite like this, but I've had something where I was like, I had a crush on someone and I saw them date someone else and I've felt that jealousy, but I don't think someone that I've previously dated.
It's weird when you date for someone for so long and then you see them with someone else. Even though if it doesn't like work out and you guys know it's never going to work out, it's still just an odd sight of like, that was
like
us at some point.
That used to be me.
Yeah. And it's just like they're sharing maybe some similar memories or just creating new ones. And it's just like you have this whole history in the back. It is just awkward and weird. But there's like been moments where it's like, yeah, I've had a crush on someone, never made the move, and then I lost my chance and it was with someone else. And I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
But it happens. It's part of life.
That-
You can't avoid it.
it
The worst thing you can fucking do is make a wish to make someone obsessed with you. So
yeah, that is the worst thing you
Yeah.
can do.
Don't do
But
that.
yeah, I've had similar, like how you've had with like a crush or something like that. But yeah, and also my longest relationship is the current one that I'm in. Obviously, I'm married. I've been married for 8 years, and we've been together for almost 15. So like this is my longest relationship for sure. But like my previous relationship prior to this was 11 months. That was the longest before that. So like I've never really, I guess, had that moment of like, oh, but yeah. She finds a private place to cry, going through the box of Sam's things until Sam approaches her, not knowing that she was going to come since she quit band. Dina kicks over the box, Sam questioning if it's hers, before Dina walks away. Meanwhile, the vigil continues as the officer, which is, I believe, the brother of the mayor, Officer Good, tries to share words of grieving encouragement. Sam reminds Dina that she's the one who broke up with her, arguing about her moving to Sunnyvale due to her parents' divorce, and Dina bringing up how Sam is afraid to share the relationship with others. Yeah, y'all gotta work through your shit.
Yeah. Communication.
Yeah, y'all gotta work through your shit. Like, I mean, Sam's situation, pretty valid. Parents' divorce, okay, I'm gonna go with my mom. My dad's a piece of shit. Cool. That makes sense. But the aspects of like also, you know, they're lesbian.
Step up your game, Scott. Break out the L word.
Lesbian?
The other L word.
Lesbians?
So that, especially in the 90s, even fucking now, it's still something that is frowned upon for a lot of people. But in the 90s especially, it was very frowned upon, especially when it came to children doing it, or teens, whatever you want to call these people.
Right.
So
sucks. Yeah.
It does suck.
So especially when she tries to call her on the phone and we get the mom on the phone and what she says, we'll get there, but I'm just like, fuck. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's like, pass the phone to someone else.
Pass the controller, lady.
Pass the controller.
Adding salt to the wound about the guy touching and groping Sam, and the way she was doing, like every single word was like stinking. She was like, who was the guy who touched you, Sam? Who was the guy groping you, Sam? Who was the guy who was sticking his tongue down your throat, Sam? It was like all these things that she was saying, like letting her know, like, you're not straight. Stop trying to be. You are gay and you love me, and I want you to be with me. And that's how I took that in that moment. I was just like, you can feel the pain in her voice in that moment. To me, this was her best acting performance in this movie.
Yeah, it's a very emotional, heavy scene. So yeah, absolutely.
We get a lot of emotional scenes from her, and I think this was the best one.
Yes,
so
I agree.
Because you just felt the hurt that she felt, and I thought that was really well done from her part.
Yeah,
it did. Dina continues pushing at Sam's embarrassment and fear of being seen as gay. Meanwhile, all the football players start fighting over their towns, while Dina doesn't accept Sam's want for a better life, handing her the box. Kate, while at the whole thing, while everyone's fighting, gets elbowed in the face, and just like that, we're back on the bus as she's fucking corralling up a mob of people to commit murder.
The fight was kind of funny because it was like so brutal too. And again, there was maybe one adult that was trying to like break everything up, and I was just like, "Where's everyone else?" It was the mayor
and the cop.
Yeah,
that was like the only people there. I was like, "Where's the staff?
Where's the parents what is going on like the stands cheering the kids on?" It's like, where are everybody?
And the thing that like Kate says, where it's just like, it doesn't seem like they care because it's only them here. It's only you guys there. Not the rest of the school is with you guys. It's literally just you guys.
Right. You're the visiting team.
Yeah. Were you guys supposed to play a football game? Like, what the fuck happened to that? Like, what the fuck?
Because they canceled it. But that's why I'm wearing the high school jersey of my high school, because of this scene alone. That's it.
Nice. I'm wearing Nightlight merch.
Hell yeah.
Our store will be up soon. Yes. We're currently building that out, so store will be up soon. Dina doesn't give a shit about any of this, lying in the back of the bus before noticing a car driving extremely fast behind them, honking their horn and flashing their lights. They're wearing masks as they throw bottles at the bus, and skull masks is what I should say. Noticing Sam in the front as she tries to stop Peter and the driver. Dina's nose unknowingly bleeds when she grabs a cooler, opens the back door, and freaks out about Dina's nose. The person who freaks out is Kate, because like she's about to help her with the cooler and stuff like that, but since her nose is bleeding, she freaks out. What do you think this was about? Her nose bleeding, because we see this happen later to Sam.
I don't. So I was trying to figure that out watching this movie, but I'm just like, did they explain this in the other two movies? Because I don't know, to be honest. I guess
1978, they're
don't.
not a part of it at all.
Oh, you're right. They don't come back until the third movie.
Yeah, the third movie is in 1666 is when they come back. They're in 1978, but like towards the end ish.
Right.
But like in 1666, they go in the past.
Right.
But the
And then
only
it's
person
their
who knows
characters
they're in the past is Dina and Josh are
Right.
the only ones who know that they're in the past. And then it jumps back to the future.
I don't know.
or
It felt
the
kind of like
present.
a Spidey sense of like something bad's about to happen. I don't know.
That's what it felt like. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's the one who calls what happened that was bad. Like this is all like Dina's
That's
fault.
true.
Like if we're really gonna like pinpoint it, as a series of events occurs, it could be Kate's fault because she technically was one who dropped it freaking out from a fucking nosebleed. It could be Dina's fault because she was the one who had the idea to throw the cooler in the first place to give them a
Right.
Gatorade shower. So like I don't know. Whatever. Everyone is alive inside the wreckage. Sam hobbles out of the car. She gets wild flashes until Dina comes up to check on her. All Sam can wonder is if she saw it too. Kate and Simon come to check on her. Where's everyone else?
Well, this is my problem with the bus driver, where even
What the
from
fuck
the
is this bus driver doing?
in the start, when they're all back on the bus, they're all like screaming, it's like, "We're gonna kill him!" I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
If I was the bus driver, I'd be
It's
like, sit your ass down. What the
yeah,
fuck
it's
are
like,
you
who
doing?
opened the fucking back door right now? I'm stopping the bus right now. Like, too much
And
stuff
it's
has
beeping.
like happened.
The back door is
too.
beeping.
Yeah.
When they open it, it's not just open. It's not just you hear wind.
There's also
The
a
back
fucking
door
car
is
behind you
beeping.
chasing you and honking,
Throwing
and
things
so- yeah.
at the bus. Like, what are you?
But,
who is
you know,
this bus driver? Fucking
gotta
Fred
remove yourself out of
Flintstone?
it.
Like you can't just yabba yabba doing the whole way over? Like, what is going on? Anyway, this part stressed me the fuck out, man. I was like, after this, I was like, I need a cigarette. I don't even smoke. Kate and Simon come to check on her, asking how many fingers she can see. She answers correctly before spitting blood onto his shirt. The cops shut it down.
Damn.
Dina speaks with the officer lying about what happened. How did you like Simon as comedic relief?
Oh, was that what he was trying to do?
Yeah,
It was
the
fine.
whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels
It didn't-
forced.
it didn't
feel
land for me.
organic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it didn't land
it felt
for me.
forced. Yeah.
It felt very forced. Like it felt like he just was like, "Oh, I'm not the funny guy typically, but you want me to play the funny guy." Like it just
Right.
that's what it felt like. It
Yeah.
didn't feel natural. So
Right.
yeah.
Agreed.
All right. We'll continue then. The others that are interrogated also do the same, including Peter and his buddy. Peter stops Dina, pissed about his car being totaled. The cop watches their interaction as he forces Dina into a hug to call her and her town trash. Okay. The next night home, Dina is startled awake by Josh letting her know that the cops called their dad about the accident. And he's like, our dad's going to kill you. No, he's not, because he doesn't fucking exist. So don't worry about it. Wanting him to leave, he tells her that she should get up since she's been in bed all day. She gets up, cleaning up more beer cans when she learns that the killer was Ryan, who went to her school. I should say graduated from her school. She turns the TV off, calling the hospital for Sam. The doorbell rings. She shouts for Josh to get it, but he's busy playing Castlevania while listening to White Zombie's
Hell yeah.
More Human Than Human, which is a great song. But
Right.
I was thinking about this, and I was like, this song I don't think came out in 1990.
Oh, did you look it up? I was gonna think about
I
looking
had
up
to
all the
look it up.
songs because I was like, "This is a great soundtrack." But are they all '90s songs? And I assumed that they were, so I didn't look them up. But
This song came out in 1995, as long with
Okay,
the
fair
album
enough.
of Astro Creep 2000. So when Astro Creep, because I was like, I remember that album when I was a kid, and granted, I was a young kid, but I remember that album as a kid, and I was just like, was that really 1994 or before? Like, I felt like that was like in the mid 90s, but lo and behold, I was right. 1995 it was. So I was like, I don't know, man. Good song though. Sam's mom answers the phone, not wanting Dina to call her back because she's ruining her daughter's life. The doorbell rings again. She shouts for her brother to answer, but he still can't hear her as the person rings the doorbell more frantically. When she answers the door, she finds it weird that nobody is standing out front. She notices the person dressed in the skeleton costume from afar, thinking that it is Peter. She closes the door as the person runs behind the tree. I do like the fact that our killers run. except for Ruby Lane and I think that's the only one who doesn't run is Ruby Lane. But I do like that aspect of it, that the art killers do run.
Yeah, they're scarier that way.
Oh, it
Way
really
scarier.
is. It is scarier when they chase
she's
you.
pretty terrifying on the way how she just like walks slowly, but
Yeah.
never like too slow. But it's like, okay, I'll get out of your way right now. But yeah,
Right.
even she's terrifying. I'll say this: all of the threats feel threatening. Like there's not a loose one where it's just like that one doesn't really fit. They are all pretty scary in their own like right. So they did a good job with that balancing.
I agree. They
Yeah.
all have like this sheer immense of dread that kind of follows them. Like they all seem very powerful in their own right. I wish we would have had them all, but I felt like that would have been a little too much. But I wish we would have had like aspects of seeing them in different spots. Like Billy would have been really cool to see every now and then. Like maybe him dragging his bat.
Just seeing the little montage of all of them, I was like, they should have. I was like,
Yeah, dude, they should
This
have.
would have been wild.
I know people wanted like more lore behind them and stuff like that. I thought we got an announcement that they were going to make a show of it, but I think I dreamt that because I tried looking it up, and yeah, that's not true. They're not doing that. Would have been cool though, because I remember a lot of people who wanted more. Me included. I had a post go viral where I was just like, I want to know more about this little fucker, and it was Billy the Butcher smashing the head of his mom.
yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, I want to know more about him. Like,
Yeah.
I want to know what the fuck happened to this kid. Like, I want to know about him. So yeah, but there we go. Josh comes up for pizza. Dina notices the skeleton killer standing in the backyard now. She grabs a knife and heads outside, but he's no longer in plain sight, calling him pathetic. Cut to Kate pouring out the pills for the two kids that she's babysitting to sort out her drugs that she's selling, which, damn.
Crazy.
Wild.
Like the operation.
Wild. Once
All right,
again,
kids, you're sorting the
where are
drugs.
the parents?
Right.
Where are the parents? And on top of that, why did they have to be black kids having to steal the dope?
It's true.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm
That's
just
true.
saying. See, this is why people need to stop writing shit. like, like, why? In another room, she reminds Simon that he's supposed to fold the laundry. She realizes that he's still wearing the same clothes from last night before receiving a 911 page from Dina. Once again, the very 90s. Like, remember pagers? 90s.
That, yes. I will have to say, him still wearing the bloody shirt is fucking disgusting. Like, as soon as I get home, I'm taking the bloody shirt off. I don't know what the fuck
He
you're
was
doing,
disgusting. Well, he said
Yeah,
he
he
didn't go
was.
home either. So that was
Still,
another thing, though.
like, you got a shirt I could borrow, a sweater. I don't give a
Something.
fuck. I just want this blood off of me. That's
Yeah.
fucking nasty.
It's gross.
Bloody hell. Come on.
But yet he's employee of the month for
Like
almost
six
consecutive 8
times
months.
in a row. Yeah. I love the older photos lined up. That's so funny. Yeah.
It's like I'm the only one who works here.
There's no adults. It's just me.
She calls Dina, flicking the lights to reveal that she's just right across the field from her. Dina tells her that she believes Peter is fucking with her before Kate has to go because Simon is around the kids with his shirt off. Someone smashes the glass into the home. Kate and Simon have the twins stay behind as they investigate. I assume also like there's an interesting aspect here of what we have with like sexuality of these individuals. Like obviously we have Sam and Dina who are lesbian, but then we have I guess Kate and Josh who I guess you could consider straight. And then we have Simon who's a lot more fluid. Like he's very comfortable in his skin. He's very much
Maybe even
like,
asexual. Yeah.
maybe an asexual.
Yeah.
Although he's extremely attracted to Ruby Lane.
That's true. Okay,
but-
fair enough. Yeah.
So, but like, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't be asexual for being
Yeah.
attracted to someone. But yeah, it was just like, it was just interesting because like I guess what I'm harking on is there's quote unquote sex scene or first base scenes that they have with each other where everybody, including Simon, all are
Get something.
Get
in this
something
movie. Yeah,
out of
a
them.
little something. A little snack from the kitchen jar, you know?
That's a way to put it. All right. Finding the costume killer
got the
ransacking.
At least a bite.
That's certainly a way to say it. Finding the costume killer ransacking the home in search of something, she calls out to him. Simon pulls her back, thinking she's nuts. From what Dina mentioned, she believes that it's Peter. But when they turn back around, the masked figure is gone. We get that cool scene of him slowly looking in their direction, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Leaving Simon's bloody shirt with a bunch of stab marks, Kate takes the kids over to Mrs. Lane's house. Spotting the blood on Simon's shirt, she wonders if everything is okay. Jump cut to Kate at Dina's house, pissed at Peter and Sam while explaining the situation, getting Dina all riled up, wanting to meet up with Sam to get Peter in check. They all head to the hospital. The front desk clerk is filing her nails, not giving a shit about these damn kids coming up in her establishment. Not until Kate needs to speak with her supplier nurse, Betty. That's when she's like, oh, you want to buy some drugs? All right, kids, hold on right here. Once again, I think this is just supposed to pinpoint, like, remember, they're in a bad town. They're just trying to survive. That's all we really have to insinuate that they're in a shitty area. It's just like that's all we got. The school being the way it is, them going into the other town, and the fact that Kate feels the need to sell drugs and also babysit just so she can get enough money for school. So this didn't feel really that dangerous to me. I don't know.
Not at all. Especially, like I said, when they like go to each other's like houses, I'm just like, I think you guys are doing fine.
I mean, some people see the glass half full. Some people see the glass half empty. So
that's fair.
They're glass half empty kind of folks. That's all I see it. Dina cuts the shit, wanting to see Sam. She wants Sam to call off her boyfriend, bringing up how he said he was going to kill them. Sam knows that it can't be right because he's been there the whole time. He comes into the room and Dina wants to know where his mask is, and Kate wants to get something out of the vending machine, asking Simon and Josh for some change, and neither of them have any, but it's Josh's time to shine, putting in some code for all of the snacks to drop. Meanwhile, Dina and Sam are arguing about Peter, the argument becoming nastier and nastier, throwing insult after insult, and they're being fucking mean to each other.
Yeah.
They're being.
Well, she came in hot. She's like, where the fuck is your boyfriend? He's the one doing this. It's like, no, he's been here the whole time. And then he shows up. It's like, where's your mask?
No, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, yo, like, I get we're not cool with each other, but relax a little bit.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about, like, kind of like the force, kind of flirtatiousness of the other two, and the whole vending machine thing was like, boop, boop,
Josh
boop,
and Kate?
like, I got
Zero
you all the
chemistry.
snacks. And she's
Zero
like,
chemistry.
You're pretty resourceful. And I was like, are they trying to flirt? It's like, how old is this kid too? It's like, she's obviously a little bit older.
I think she's supposed to be a senior, and I think he's supposed to be a freshman.
Yeah. It's like,
so 3 years apart.
It was supposed to be a very cutesy scene, but I'm just like, I mean, that's just cool in general to figure out a fucking code to get snacks. But I'm like, you don't have to make it feel flirtatious. But they're like, here's the breadcrumbs for what comes later. It's like, we have to like set the foundation somewhere.
Yeah, no chemistry between these two, so that's that.
Yeah.
Until Peter is stabbed through the back by the skeleton killer, they fight their way out of there, fleeing from the room while running. Back with the others, Josh shares how he obtained the knowledge to hack the vending machine. Simon calls him a nerd, but Josh tries his best to ignore it while still trying to riz Kate.
Yeah.
She mentions that selling drugs is a temp gig until she has enough money to get out of there. Their conversation is cut short when his sister and Sam are running through the hall. The killer rushes past them, going straight for Dina and Sam. Josh, Kate, and Simon don't have the keys to the car, so they decide to steal an ambulance instead. Still in hot pursuit, Sam and Dina hide from the killer underneath the receptionist's desk, where they find her already dead. Betty finds them hiding, but is immediately stabbed through the neck by the killer. The girls manage to push the killer to the ground, where Dina is shocked and confused to see that it is Ryan's corpse that's trying to kill them. They run to the back of the ambulance with the others speeding out of there, and then we cut to Sheriff Good talking to Martin in a holding cell about tagging up the mall. And Martin makes a good point. He's just like, why would I tag up where I work? Why would I do that, motherfucker? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was not me, even though it was totally him.
Why would I tag the place where I go to school? It's like everyone's just tagging everything.
Everyone's just tagging everything. I remember like tagging that was like a real big thing in like when I went to school, at least. Like everyone seemed to be a fucking graffiti artist when I went to school. Everybody thought they can do all this crazy shit.
Right.
I don't know if you guys did this, but like we would get the JanSport backpacks and we would take off the front pouch of the JanSport, and then you would have one of your homies who's really good at doing graffiti, and he would literally write your name on the backpack, but it would be in graffiti.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, so like we would do that all the time. Of course, I was the fucking kid who was just like, I have to be different. So like I made it a mission to have a different fucking backpack.
I feel like our school didn't really do anything creative like that. I feel like everyone just fuck with each other, and that's pretty much the only creativeness that we did. Or I didn't. I was not a part of that, of course. But people used to like zip tie people's backpacks to the desk chair, so when they get up and try to like walk away with their backpack, they'll take the whole desk with them, or zip tie the zippers together so they can't open their backpack. Some fucked up shit, honestly. But I'm just like, yeah, that's where our creativeness was. Shout out to private schools, I guess. That's a great. That's where
Did you
that
guys
happens.
ever have a senior prank? Did you guys ever have a senior prank day?
I think they shut that down years prior to us being there. They're like, it's not allowed, so they like stopped it. But they did. I
don't think it was allowed at our school either, but like everyone, except for me, I didn't participate in it. I was a little bit of a goody two shoes back in high school, but
same.
They would like throw eggs and shit at like the teachers' windows in their cars.
That's
and
crazy.
they would fucking do. So we used to have this, I'm sure it's still there, I don't know, but it was this like bridge that would connect our upstairs classrooms. So like we would have to cross this bridge to go to our next class, and they would TP that. So they would like throw toilet paper over that, and like it would just be mounds of toilet paper all over the bridge. There was another thing where someone did something.
I feel like that's not a thing anymore. No one TPs people's houses anymore, huh?
Okay, so fucking hilarious thing. I went on my walk, right? I walk every morning
Just saw a
around
TP'd
like
house?
6. Yes, dude. Someone TP'd this guy's house. I was like, what the fuck did that guy do? Like they wet the fucking toilet paper.
Well,
and
that's like if you really hated someone, you would wet the toilet
I was
paper.
like, what did he do?
And then what you would do is a lot of people back in the day, a lot of fucked up shit. This was elementary school for me too. People would get plastic forks and fork people's lawns and then snap it off. So it's like a bunch of fucking plastic in people's lawns.
Damn.
It was like, I was like, why? Kids are crazy.
Damn.
And that
I
was
live in
my
San Francisco
generation.
where we don't have lawns, so like I
Fair.
didn't get to witness that one. But like, damn, what a sight that would have fucking sucked.
Like you had to go into your grass, picking out all the fucking plastic from fucking plastic forks, and
That's
then wet
fucked up.
TP and people's like
Yeah.
fucking trees and houses and
being
cars.
wet, it's still there, mind you. Like it's the dude I think just said fuck it. It just
He's like,
it's still there. Like it's
So
all
much toilet paper?
I
What a
check
shitty
every
situation.
single morning now. Or just
Yeah.
like I wonder if he picked it up. Like it's off of his house, but like it's still in his tree, all wet and shit.
I'm sure.
I'm just
That
like,
sucks.
fuck, dude. That
Don't
probably
do that.
sucks
Anyone
to
listening,
get out.
if
I'm
you're
just
a
like,
little bit
what?
younger or older,
What
don't
the
do
fuck
that.
did this
Don't do
person
that.
do? Like, I don't know what this person did.
Yeah.
He must have slapped his mama or something. Like, I don't know. I was just, like, it must have been crazy for him to do some shit like that.
That's true.
'Cause
He deserves it.
Yeah,
And deserves
Yeah.
more.
he deserves more. But yeah, that's what we did. Anyway, we're not talking about high school. We're talking about their high school. He leaves Martin there finding Sam and Dina talking to another officer about what happened. They try to convince Good that they saw Ryan, but he doesn't believe them since he shot him in the head. His partner comes back to tell him that they received a call from someone at the hospital who was pretty worked up. What the fuck? Everyone in this town is incompetent.
Right.
He
And no
decides
sense of
to
urgency.
check.
No
No.
sense of urgency.
I was like, he's fine. I'll go check it out. You wait here with him.
Yeah.
People died. Officer Good. People died.
Even when he walks into the room and sees like the bodies, he's so like nonchalant about it too.
He's so just like,
who the
God
fuck-
damn it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. After Josh and Kate have a slight moment comparing their situation to Ted Bundy's hiding in plain sight behavior, Simon goes off to pee. He stops that thing midstream as Good drives past. Oof. Midstream pee stops?
Impossible.
Not a fan.
Can't do it.
Not a fan. I can't do it either. That shit hurts.
I would like
That
fuck
shit
it.
hurts.
Pull over. Fucking yell at
Yeah.
me. Fine. Whatever. I'm not stopping.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But I'm letting it out, man.
Yeah.
A woman singing Ruby Lane while sitting down by a night pole soon catches his attention. Officer Kopinski is escorting the girls out of the station, not giving a shit about the fact that they need to take a message from our sponsors. And we're back. I cussed before the sponsors, so cool. We might not have sponsors there. We'll see. Anyway, instead, he's not giving a shit about their mass dead killer roaming the streets, and Dina jumps on his back, shouting about him not protecting them. He grabs her, demanding that they leave. They gladly leave since she successfully stole his gun. For what reason? This was so fucking dumb. Like, for us to just have the concept of like, oh, they can't die by a gunshot. But then you now throw the gun on the fucking ground.
That's also fair. And the whole sequence feels like, it's like, yeah, this girl definitely lifted something off you. How did you not notice?
Simon goes to check on Ruby with buzzing flies surrounding her. Once again, just a really cool fucking piece of lore here. He questions if she's okay. She looks up, her face with deep scars. She pulls out a switchblade, slashing at his heel.
Ugh.
Gripe moment first right here. He doesn't limp. He doesn't have trouble walking.
The injury never happened.
It was almost as if nothing happened.
Yeah. The rest of the movie, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's not even trying to like help his wounds. He's just fine.
I agree.
Okay.
And how visceral that attack was too, and how brutal it was. I was just like, damn, that's fucked. I like me rewatching this. I'm like, oh, I think he's gonna die here, and I kind of forget that he doesn't. But the way she kind of like gets on top of him too, and starts slashing and tries to kill him, I'm just like, she's going at him. This is like the fucking witch from Left 4 Dead. Like, fuck.
Don't
wake up the crying girl. Don't wake up the crying girl. Don't do it. Don't. If they made a TV show or a movie around that, fuck. So good.
Anytime you would hear that cry in that fucking game, and then when you would wake her up and you would have her fucking scream like she was the jackal in 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
Goddamn. That was another time to be alive, dude. What was that, like 2006 or something?
13
we
Ghosts?
were for sure for Left 4 Dead.
Oh, for Left 4 Dead. Yeah. That was peak gaming.
Like 2006, Xbox 360 era for sure. Man, wow. But yeah, dude, like she was very like Deadite as well. It was 2008. I had to look it up. But she was very Deadite-esque as well, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was just a really cool characteristic behind her. She was
creepy,
just
scary knife.
Yeah, to me, she was the creepiest out of all of them.
Oh, for sure. Even the singing, just off-putting. It's well done. Well done.
Dina reveals to everyone that she stole the cop's gun, wanting to get out of there, but they can't find Simon, fighting for his fucking life in the middle of the street. Eventually, they find him. Dina shoots her, giving him a chance to run. Guess she shot all 6 bullets because she threw the fucking gun on the ground. As Ruby gets back up singing, back at the house, they're freaking the fuck out, trying to collect their thoughts on what just happened. As Simon is sharing details about her, Josh immediately knows who he's talking about. Pulling down an article clipping, sharing the story about how she brutally murdered her friends and boyfriend with a razor in 1965. He grabs more articles that showcase all of the murderers in Shadyside, starting with Ryan, then Camp Nightwing. 1950, Harry Rooker, who killed a bunch of housewives, stabbing one of them in their front yard. 1935, Humpty Dumpty Killer, which we don't get a vignette of, which... Why? 1922, Billy Barker. I called him Billy Butcher, but it's Billy Barker. 1904, Grifter. We also don't get... Oh, no, we do get one of him because he's drowning someone. He looks like the killer in A Violent Nature. That guy. Mm-hmm. Simon is intrigued by one particular illustration about Pastor Cyrus Miller from 1666 who killed kids and cut their eyes out. I like how we were just like, we're not going to go like each fucking century. We're just gonna go to like the end of our current century, and then we'll go ahead and jump all the way to
fucking 1666.
1666, which is oh my god, which was the 17th century. But Jesus Christ, just jumping far as fuck. This was great. This was awesome. Stamp starts feeling queasy, leaving the room to spit up blood in the sink. No one cares because Dina just brings her a sweater. Sam wonders what's happening with them in their relationship. They have a heartfelt moment as Sam agrees that shit is doomed being together for one night while dead people are trying to kill them. Once again, these moments just don't land for me. And I think it's the fact that we just have so many of them in this movie that it's just like we could have definitely trimmed the runtime down a little bit if we would have had less of these particular moments. We get it. You guys miss each other. You guys want to be with each other again, but it's complicated. We understand that. Stop telling us this. This doesn't provide me any additional context. And frankly, it has me kind of roll my eyes a little bit where I'm just like, we have so many of these cliche moments in horror movies of like, oh, the killer's after us, but we have time for a moment like this. So
right, exactly.
Man.
This movie could have been cut down to an hour and a half, I think. I think it's a little tad too long.
This movie ended like twice.
That's also true.
This movie ended twice.
Yeah.
Josh places Sarah's illustration down on the table, letting them know that it is her doing. Kate and Simon aren't completely buying it, but Josh explains how she cursed the town before she was hanged for witchcraft in 1666. Simon remembers the nursery rhyme, quote, "Before the witch's final breath, she found a way to cheat her death. By cutting off her cursed hand, she kept her grip upon our land. She reaches for beyond the grave to make good men her wicked slaves." End quote. Josh finds this all to be proof that all of the massacres are tied to Sarah. Kate makes the point that their situation is different from the other murders, not understanding why Sarah is pissed at them. Sam comes into the room, revealing that she saw her last night after the accident. They all head back to the car wreckage. Sam retraces her steps where she felt chains. She drags it out of the dirt and she sticks her hand into this unnaturally soft dirt. Why was this dirt so soft for you to just be able to put your hands in so easily?
Into the soil. Yeah.
Into the soil. Just like, what?
Just put the soil
are you an
there
earthbender?
Like yesterday, right?
Oh my God. But I just thought this was funny. I was just like, you're just all right. You're just raw dogging this dirt. It was like, oh, the dirt's soft.
Oh,
okay.
Was that a dirty joke? Okay, I see you.
It wasn't, but I could see how you see it. Pulling out Sarah's bones since they're on top of her grave, Josh understands that she's sending all of her henchmen after them now. Simon suggests that they bury her back, something that Dina finds dumb, but Josh thinks it's genius because it worked in Poltergeist. Twigs snap all around them, causing them to work faster while Josh keeps lookout. As they're gathering bones, Dina grabs a Letterman jacket so they can wrap up her bones. One thing is also fun to mention as well, we have Sunnyvale Devils and we have Shady Side Witches. So I thought that was pretty fun. Some really fun names there. Sam's nose is bleeding as soon as she touches her blood on Sarah's bone. She is swamped with visions of the past, images of Sarah's torment and incantations while someone is screaming, "It's you!" Dina comments about her nose before helping the others bury her bones. See, now that's a normal reaction about a bloody nose. Not the reaction Kate had, because it's just like, oh, hey, your nose is bleeding. You should probably wipe that. To me, it's a very normal reaction for a nosebleed.
Yeah.
But not...
I agree with you.
Your nose! It's
God.
just
your brain's leaking. What?
I'm having a swirly! It's just like your brain
Put it back!
They start being lobotomized in front of everybody. Simon buries the last bit of it, apologizing. I thought he was going to kiss the dirt for a second. They wonder if it worked. It didn't. The camp Nightwing killer comes charging in their direction, completely passing up Josh, going straight for Sam. If I would have seen that, if that person would have passed me up, I'm like, oh, fuck that, I'm going home.
Yeah,
this shit got nothing to do with me.
Good luck, y'all.
I'm going home.
Right.
She's out of it as more of the past floods her brain, forcing Dina to move her out of the way. All of them make it back into the ambulance, arguing about what just happened and wanting to know how they don't die. Sam shuts them up, letting them know that Sarah is coming for her since she disturbed her grave. Sharing that she saw her again, Josh confirms that Nightwing ran right past him. So it's just more confirmation that, they're not after us, they're after Sam. So, we're kind of good, we're all right.
Poor Sam.
Yeah. Dina's brings up the times that they all were targeted. And I guess this is a good place to just stop the ambulance so Kate can get in the back to have a full-blown conversation about it being Sam's blood.
Right.
How?
Keep going.
Yeah. On top of that, leave the town.
Walk and talk. Yeah.
Leave the town. If it's a Shady Side curse, it's in Shady Side. It sounds like the way you break the curse is you leave. I mean, that's what they said. They said it all happened in Shady Side. So like that was all of these massacres and shit happened in Shady Side. The camp was by Shady Side or something like that, or a part of it, like the county. I don't know how far her radius of curse is, but leave. Go somewhere else.
She passes the county line. She's like, haha, can't get me. And like the guy with the axe is like right there. It's like, fuck. He's like, oh, that's so frustrating.
All right, let's go home. Let's go back to sleep. They reference Jaws wanting to use Sam as bait to try and trick Sarah. Meanwhile, Good finally makes it to the hospital, finding the 3 dead bodies. About to leave the station, he notices Ruby's black blood and her locket on the ground.
Okay.
We didn't see what's in it. Tell us. The teens are all at the school. Because they don't have clothes at home, apparently, raiding the lost and found for new clothes and to wash up. Y'all don't got clothes at home? I got clothes at home. I'm just saying. I would have probably gone home, grabbed my clothes. I have clothes
at home and in my car.
There you go. Double the clothes. You never know. You never know when you're going to get blood on it. Kate doesn't want to go to the bathroom alone. I mean, that honestly, that is kind of facts because my wife saved a squirrel once. Well, we had to put it out of its misery, but like she came back home really quick and was like covered in blood. And I was like, what the fuck? What happened?
You're like, I'll get the bleach.
I'm freaking the fuck out. Yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What happened? Like, I'm thinking she got fucking stabbed, and she's like, I saved. She's crying, she's bawling. She's like, I have a squirrel, and I checked on the squirrel, and I was like, this squirrel's gonna die. She's like, we need to put it out of its misery, and I was like, I don't think I have it in me to do that, so we're gonna have to call somebody. And so that's what we did. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I have it in me to break a squirrel's neck. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Kate doesn't want to go into the bathroom alone, so Josh takes a deep breath, recites the Contra code, and heads inside. Why didn't they just all go to the same bathroom together? Yeah, because they all wanted to get it on.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, we need the horny scene to happen.
Exactly. Sam and Dina are cleaning up together when she notices Sam's shoulder, wanting to get her cleaned up. Dina has Sam take off her sweater, making googly eyes at each other. Everyone else is getting cleaned up in the bathroom. Kate wonders if Josh thinks this is going to work. He believes that it will before she asks him to help her inside the stall. Back with the exes, Sam blames herself for all of this, admitting to running away from who she truly is. I do like this moment where Sam has this kind of realization of just like acceptance of who she is instead of like her internalized homophobia. She's starting to have like this acceptance of just like, this is who I am. This is where I feel most alive. This is where I feel like myself. This is where I feel I can be myself. So I do like this moment here where she has this kind of realization that like, you know, I'm queer and I'm proud. Like it's just that was really cool. Loving the fact that Dina makes her feel like herself. Sam pulls her in by her pant loop. And I was just like, kind of hot. Not gonna lie. Yeah. If my wife were to do that to me, I would be like, oh, brother. like, okay, we're lock doors. I
find that always attractive too. Where if I'm out. This was someone I dated all the time, and she would like kind of like put her hands kind of like hooked in my pocket, but like she's ahead of me, and she'll like kind of pull me with her to like go somewhere. I'm just like, I'm your property. I'm your property. Whatever you want me to go.
Are we subs to our doms? Probably.
Proud switch over here. I can play both parties. Call me
Nintendo who's gonna have a field day. You know who's gonna have a fucking field day listening to this right now? May is gonna have so much fun listening to this. She's like, I'm learning so much about these two boys. Loving the fact that Dina makes her feel like herself. Sam pulls her in by her pant loop. Simon, on the other hand, seems to be having way more fun than anyone else alone. Well, like he's like dancing and shit, throwing his shirt, and he's like, like, I was just like, okay.
Even what he says later when they all join together, he's like, me too.
He's like, me too. It was pretty funny.
That's funny.
While Josh is helping Kate make sure she doesn't have any blood on her, he's too nervous to look at her standing there in her undies. Fair, man. After he checks, he makes his move on this possibly being their last night. Jump cut to Dina and Sam, hardcore making out, like hardcore, like fucking smashing backs into the wall, all that shit. Yeah. Stopping when they hear a door creak open. Simon is waiting for everyone to come out, stoked at the realization that everyone went to Pound Town, including himself. Quick montage he calls it Pound Town. Quick montage to them setting up the trap inside the bathroom, leaving Sam inside. Everyone uses Sam's blood to mop a trail leading into the bathroom. This is fucking disgusting.
I think they overdid that. I was like, I don't think you need to go that far. And
this is
like, where did you get all that blood too? I was just like, where the fuck?
They mix it with water.
Yeah, but still, I was like, the amount that they used, they did it every fucking hallway, multiple
every
directions.
Hallway
I'm like,
into the gymnasium as well.
Right.
Like they did it all like at the gym, out there and moving it on down. This was just it just kind of made me think
this
of
ain't a fucking Mario Party map. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this was just it was interesting though. It was just like, wait, isn't Kate or Sam the bait? Like they'll just come to Sam.
Exactly.
They'll just come to her. Like
they find her every single time. We've proven this.
In fact, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. Like
she just gets stabbed from behind out of nowhere.
I know, for like, oh shit,
fuck.
Slightly nervous that this may not work as all of the killers come toward them, but they all end up in the bathroom. Ignoring those standing in front of the door, Sam slips through the vents, having the killers realize that they've been tricked. They lock the door and set the bathroom on fire. It explodes, waiting outside for the desperate screams to stop with fire extinguishers. Putting out the fire and checking the room, only to reveal that they're all putting themselves back together, which
that was
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like reaches out to Josh, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was getting too close to that. I could tell what's happening already without like getting fucking close to it. Like, cool, let's get the fuck out.
They all run and hide inside a classroom. Kate is over this shit, wanting to put Sam inside the hall so they can end this. Dina tries sticking up for her, but Kate brings up the article clippings to show all those that have died. Sam decides to go on her own. Dina tries to stop her, but Simon holds her back. While standing in the hallway, waiting for her death, Dina is pleading for her brother to help her. He realizes C. Berman is the key, so because she survived the Nightwing massacre. So they pull Sam back inside, leaving the Nightwing to pound at the door. Insert Shining Axe reference here as the camera goes. Whoa,
yeah, it's pretty cool. Good effect.
Yeah. While Nightwing is trying to axe his way inside, they figure out that C. Berman survived because she died, wanting to do the same with Sam. They're out the window and into the ambulance as soon as Nightwing breaks through. Cut to Good, deciding against knocking on a door, dropping a note about it happening again into the mail slot instead. The teens head to Simon's grocery store to OD Sam. This is our plan. A plan from children. Fair. We're going to have you overdose.
We'll bring you back. That's what happened to the other kid. Which they like nonchalantly talked about too. It's like, well, technically they didn't OD. They brought him back. I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, let's just do the same thing.
Yeah, it was his brother. His brother Timmy.
Obviously, they did not go to the DARE program, but okay, we continue.
Yeah, for real. And EpiPens, like, it was just like, yeah, we're gonna just use this to bring them right back. This is how we're gonna do it. It was just like, EpiPens are for like allergic reactions,
right?
So, like it's not like fucking like smelling salts or something. Like it's just like
smelling salts will bring them back to the dead from being dead.
I know. It's like, have you done that? Have you done smelling salts before?
I have. It sucks.
Really? I've never done it.
It does wake you up.
What is it? So what is it? Like, is it like ammonia?
Sharp
like
pain straight up your head.
Why? Why would anyone want to do this? What is it? What is the point?
Well, I guess if you're like sleepy or like you really need to stay awake for some reason, or maybe you're doing like
Fuck, dude, buy
machinery,
coffee.
driving, whatever.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
People use it for working out a lot. I
That's
think
where
that's
I've
where I
seen it
tried
a lot.
in the gym. Yeah, but
So what is it supposed to give you more energy?
It's scary. I feel like once you've done it once, you never want to do it again. So it's like keep that away from me. I'm good. Yeah,
because I've seen videos of like people in the gym doing. They're like, they're like starting fucking pumping crazy.
Yeah.
And then I've seen other people do it like as like pranks to their parents. And like this one person like starts crying, and it was like, what?
Yeah, it'll make you tear up. It's like a sharp pain directly straight to your head. Yeah,
Jesus,
it jolts you awake.
Why would anyone do that? Anyway,
Yeah.
Laying out all the drugs, Simon explains the order in which they're supposed to be taken, including the EpiPens to bring her back. When I'm just like, if you're trying to have her OD, have her just take them all at one sitting. What do you mean you're having her go to this fucking roller coaster? And on top of that, fucking Dina doesn't give her any like water or anything to help her take these things down. Yeah, if the fucking pills don't kill her, she'll choke to death. So there you go. EpiPen can't bring that back. Everyone places Sam's blood on their bodies. Also gross, including the Simon. He literally puts it on his chest. Where I'm just like, you can at least take the shirt off and like throw it.
Right.
Like, come on. Everyone places Sam's blood on their bodies and moves into position after a quick apology for how they treated Sam. Nah, fuck you guys. You guys wanted me to die. Sam is worried that she'll fuck up and die, but Dina is going to make damn sure that she isn't going to lose her again, reassuring Sam that she's going to bring her back so they can go out on their date, listen to the Pixies, and make out. Once again, another heartfelt moment. There's just too many of these. Sure. Everyone else is cautiously walking around the store, waiting for something to happen. Sam starts tripping, and Dina forces her to swallow more pills. Once again, why aren't you guys together? Just fucking stick together. Just stick together.
Or they're causing a diversion to like give them more time, I guess. But sure.
Yes, dude. It's just, if that's the case, then fucking that's when you guys do the run. Do the fucking Scooby-Doo run and just like, but like whatever.
Right.
Sam starts throwing up and noticing Skull Mask running toward them. Kate spits hot fire on his head because she's like, run! The girls are running, accidentally losing the rest of their drugs in the process, but Sam still needs to die, so they choose to drown her now. Kate hides from the killer before being grabbed and attacked. Sam and Dina listen to her screams before plunging her head into the tank. Simon ends up in the back with Ruby, stabbing her in the neck with the box cutter. Josh is met with Nightwing, while Kate gets stabbed in the gut before being fed through a bread cutter. Ugh. Such a great scene here.
One of the best deaths I've seen in a film, to be honest.
Truly it is. Another one that I, a lot of people kind of like give praise on is the one that's in Thanksgiving when he turns her into the turkey or whatever.
I hate that one.
A lot of people like praise that one, but to me, this has been one of the best kills in the last decade.
Yes.
This kill is just so good. It's so fun. I wouldn't say it's like crazy creative. It's just it's a weapon we haven't seen used before.
Right.
And I think that is just a really clever way of
crazy
doing
practical
this.
effects that makes it look good too.
Yeah, it makes it look crazy. I think a Fangoria article or Fangoria cover I have has this scene on it. Such a good kill scene. Simon runs out to Josh and they find Kate's body. No time for tears or shock because Nightwing takes a perfect swing to Simon's head. He died a little lackluster to me, but he died nonetheless. Scooby-Doo chases in with Sam drowning and the killers disappearing. And Josh rushes to get the pins where it's just like, cool, CPR first. You just drowned her, so you want to pump her lungs so she can spit it out. Okay. Josh rushes to get the pins where they stab her with literally all of them. I need a.
I can imagine her waking up from this and just being super fucking drugged out and just like, I'm back to normal, kind of. It's like a whole fucking afternoon of just being super drugged up after coming back to life.
Oh my God! You know what? Hold on. I need a special guest here. I need a special guest. I'm gonna see if this person answers. Let's see. Hi, Allison. Hi, you're on a Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. We had a question for you here. So we're talking about Fear Street 1994, and one of the questions that we have is, if you're stabbed with 10 EpiPens, is that okay?
No. I think your heart would explode.
All right. So there you have it, folks. Your heart will explode. Thank you,
My
Allison.
heart explodes every time we talk to Allison.
Bye. Yeah, so don't do that.
Don't do that.
You heard it from someone who literally is in the medical field. Do not do what they just did. Oh my God. Anyway, as we continue, Nina finally performs CPR until Sam throws up and comes back to life, holding her as they catch their breath. She's like, "You're fine, baby. I got you." Boom. Cut to all of them giving their statement to Good as to what happened in the grocery store. They all give the same answer as to how they got their wounds. Good knows they're all bullshitting, pinning the blame on Kate and Simon, calling them drug addicts. Dina paints the headline for another Shady Side tragedy with tears in her eyes, causing Good to apologize for not listening to her before. I guess, dude, especially if you already knew this shit was happening before, like, why wouldn't you believe them? What the fuck?
Yeah.
While Josh and Sam are waiting, Martin asks for some help to getting off the cuffs. He coughs over a paperclip, Martin handing him a business card, willing to return the favor. What the fuck?
What the fuck is happening?
He's in the jail.
Yeah.
First of all, how is he? What?
A lot of questionable stuff that happens towards the end.
A lot of questionable stuff.
Everything feels rushed.
It ridiculously rushed. Ridiculously rushed. It was so weird. But yeah. Sam's mom picks her up, grabbing her away from Dina, so she gives Dina a good old smooch on the lips, promising to see her tonight. Sam does, not her mom. Later that night, Dina gives Sam a mixtape, which they play while they hang out in bed. The doorbell rings multiple times from the pizza guy that Josh ordered. C. Berman calls her to let her know that they're still alive and that this isn't over. Sam is hearing whispers as Berman tells Dina that Sarah wasn't stopped and that she'll come for her. Inside a cave, a cloaked figure telekinetically carves Sam's name underneath the others that she's possessed. Sam is standing in the kitchen with flies buzzing around her, stabbing Dina in the stomach. Meanwhile, Josh is chatting with Queen of Air of Darkness on AOL, talking about what happened and who Simon and Kate really were. Upstairs, Dina is fighting for her fucking life. She comes downstairs for her brother, showing him what happened to Sam as she's restrained with the telephone wire. Dina promises to get her back, then credits. To be continued. Then credits.
There we go.
This is still a fun movie,
It's
even though
a
like
great movie. It's fun. It's entertaining.
It's fun. Yeah, I don't think it's a good movie to be honest with you. I think it's a fine movie. Yeah. I don't think it's a good one. I do think it's a fine movie. But to me, there's just things like this that have been done before better.
Sure.
So
I liked it better the first watch compared to the rewatch for sure.
But I think that was a Community thing.
Yeah, like community thing, the hype thing, something
that
to
really,
do,
really helped.
something to look forward to during some dark times. But yeah,
100%.
Not bad.
Yeah. Anyway, I got some movie facts for us here.
Movie facts.
The Fear Street book the woman buys at the store from Heather is the wrong number. It was originally published March 1st, 1990 by Simon Pulse. It is the 5th book of the original Fear Street series. The main character in this book is named Dina.
Oh.
That's fun.
Cool.
Skullface costume was inspired by R.L. Stine's Halloween Night 2 from the Point horror book series. Also fun. Despite the film's title, Fear Street, the movie is focused on murders that happen in Shady Side as a whole. The actual street in the title has not yet been shown or even mentioned.
Okay.
I mean, but they have Sarah Fear, so I think that's their way of like mentioning it.
Like, what street did she used to live on?
Fear Street?
Fear Street.
In the film, Sarah Fear is the name of the witch believed to have cursed the town, while the Shadyside Sheriff's last name is Good. In the original Fear Street series, there's a historical trilogy that explains the source of Fear Street's darkness, and it begins with a feud between a family named Good and a family named Fear. The feud began because the Fears executed 2 innocent good women for witchcraft. Interesting. The art department tried to convince director, co-director, or co-writer Lee Janiak that a human head wouldn't go through a bread slicer, but she was adamant that it would. To prove her wrong, they bought a bread slicer and shoved a watermelon through it to show to her that it's not possible. To their surprise, it worked perfectly, and everyone in the production office cheered.
Like,
And
yes,
those people
murder
were
her.
fired. No,
Yeah.
they didn't get fired, but that would be hilarious if like the art department's like, you guys are fucking fired. Don't doubt me again. Also, though, a watermelon is different than a skull, so I'm just gonna. But whatever. The scene near the end where they go to the supermarket is a homage to Intruder from 1989, in which a character gets killed by a meat saw, and her character gets killed in a similar way by a bread saw. Pretty cool, very fun stuff. I like all aspects of the lore behind all of this. I think that's just really fun of what they kind of did here.
And it makes you want to see the other movies too afterwards. I feel like it does a good job of continuing the story, but also giving the full end of this one. At least good enough. Yeah.
It definitely does do a pretty good job at that. And I think that's something that is really cleverly woven in to all of this because of the way that things just kind of like mix up and transcend through this film. I think that's pretty fun of the trilogy as a whole. Like I don't feel like this movie works well by itself. I think it works well with the trilogy. So yeah, because the trilogy is awesome. This movie here is just okay. But the trilogy itself, I think, is a really good testament as to what this is.
It's worth the journey.
Let us know what you think about Fear Street 1994 or the trilogy in all its glory. You can let us know either on Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, or Discord. All great places to let us know so we can keep this conversation going and continue talking about Fear Street. Because it is an awesome series, and we would love to continue talking about it with you guys. So, by all means, head over there, share it out. Let's have a fun time discussing this film further. But next month, we are going to be covering Indigenous People Month. So excited for this. This is our first time doing this, and we're calling it Reckon with the Land. I'm very, very excited with this. We're going to kick this off with Prey. Fucking awesome. Cannot wait. This is going to be fun. I'm super excited. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be fucking awesome. But this was Nightlight, our horror movie podcast. I was one of your hosts, Prince, also known as Head Knight. Alongside me, we had Freddie.
Always keeping things spooky.
Always and forever, also known as Nighty Night. With your help, we can reach more ghoulish nights with your recommendation for the show. If your podcast app allows you to rate our show, consider us give us a 5-star rating, as it honestly does help us out a ton. For extra horror-related content, head over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a what? Every time you do this, it like sends a loud shriek in your microphone for some reason. I'm sure it's picked up. But yeah. And remember, everybody, don't forget your nightlight. Hopefully you don't pass out doing that one day.
One day. Not today. Maybe tomorrow.